Greetings. It's been over 20 years since we last got an official Le Mans game. The last one I can think of was Le Mans 24 Hours on the PS1, which I played the crap out of when I was a kid. It's been a relatively quiet development cycle over in Studio 397 and Motorsport Games, the creators and I guess purchasers of rFactor 2, but here it is. It released just 13 minutes ago into early access, the fruits of one of the dramatic license purchases that Motorsport Games have been making the past few years. The servers immediately went down because of course they did, but let's see what it's got for us in single player. It's a bit cramped. I can't seem to get the multi-monitor setup working. I think I need to mess with some INI files and whatnot, which I just don't want to right now. So I'm on a single screen right now, so I'm going to be a bit cramped up. So, this is in early access. This is the first build that's been released. It's straight into early access. And in early access we have Sebring, we have Portimao, Spa, of course Circuit de la Sarthe. It wouldn't be a Le Mans game without that. Monza, Fuji Speedway, and Bahrain. So, the full WEC 2023 calendar, I believe. This is the official WEC game, the World Endurance Championship game, so I would have been very surprised if they didn't have all of the tracks. And of course we've got the Hypercar, the LMP2 and the LMGTE AM classes, the GTE. We're going to start with the GTE. We're going to do some short races against the AI just to see what it has to offer. I haven't really tweaked any settings or anything, so this could be a total disaster. Of course, we have a whole bunch of liveries. We've got the Corvette, we've got the Ferrari 488 GTE Evo, of course, and of course we've got the GTE Porsche 911. I think we'll go for the Ferrari, just because we've got like a decent set of liveries, all of the official liveries. I don't think we need practice. Can we just turn that off? I don't want to do practice. I don't really want to do qualifying either. Length 3 hours. Of course, this is the World Endurance Championship, so you know, well, obviously they're going to be endurance races. I was hoping we could change this around a little bit. Can we do this in advanced options, maybe? So 18 minutes is the lowest it will go. That's interesting. I may not have time for all 3 races. I was planning on doing one of each car class as part of this video, but I may not have the time to do that. I may have to split this up. But it's all here. Everything you'd come to expect from a racing sim is here so far. Of course, it does have online enabled as well. We'll probably look into that. Tire wear, fuel usage, everything. Right, let's just jump in, shall we? Let's see what this has to offer for our 18-minute race. A 6-hour-long race. I'm not 100% sure I'd be able to keep it together for that long. Of course, we're doing this in Spa, which is a track I suck at. Really bad at Spa. I should have picked Monza, really. That's probably the track that I know the best across the whole calendar. I'm excited for Sebring as well. Sebring should be pretty fun. It's quite exciting just to be playing a new racing sim. It's been a bit dry out there, hasn't it, since we got WRC late last year, but it's been a bit dry since then, hasn't it? I'm hoping they can do good things with this. Loading times. It's a bit slow. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get the triple monitor setup working for next time. I'm on a time limit today. I've got some work that I need to do very shortly, in roughly an hour or so. So I was hoping for like maybe 3 10-minute races, but never mind. I'm excited to try out the LMP2 though, that's for sure. The LMP2 is kind of my ambition for iRacing, follow my iRacing series. I have delusions of grandeur of getting to the prototypes, but for some reason on iRacing, I know I could just buy the LMP2 and just do tons of practice and get good that way, but for some reason with iRacing, I need to build myself up to it, and I'm not quite there yet. Like in my head, I need to start from the bottom and build my way up the ladder to get to LMP2. So I'm excited to try it out in this game. I'm expecting feel-wise, it's going to feel mostly like rFactor 2 because it is built on the rFactor 2 engine. I know they've modified it quite a bit as well. These loading times definitely work. This feels like it's gone on for a pretty long time. It could just be my computer though. It is due an upgrade. Alright, we're in. I'm not going to worry about the setups or anything like that. I'm probably just going to go for it. Oops. Wasn't happy. Oops. Okay, let's just backspace that. That was weird. I don't know why I keep picking up my keyboard, but not a good start, really. I think the problem with this being random is everyone's all randomized. They got all the prototypes are mixed in with the GTEs and whatnot. That could go poorly, couldn't it? Let's turn it up a bit. Let's hear that engine. Good looking game. Jesus. I got to get used to this. This was not a good track for me to start on. Does weaving actually work on this game? Okay, let's skip the formation lap. Because we're going to be here a while in the formation lap on Spa. I've just noticed my camera is covering some of the interface. Let's see if I can't put myself up here. Right, this is going to go badly. I haven't even warmed up in any other racing sim right now either. I don't have a virtual mirror enabled. How do I enable the virtual mirror? Can't see behind myself. What is this, iRacing? What kind of undertake was that? Let's just let all of the LMDHs and LMP2s go past, shall we? Water? Is it a bit wet out? That explains a lot. I wonder if it's so slippery. It's a bit chaotic, isn't it? Maybe doing random placements wasn't the best idea. So aggressive. be getting you ready for online. The force feedback feels pretty good. Lots of detail. Very slippery in the wet.
That time was a 2:47.88.
Feels quite good to play though so far. Very, very first impressions. Feels a little bit more responsive, I want to say, than my experience with R-Factor 2. Sound design's great. Sounds very good. Liking it so far. No idea what the AI is set to. So the developers have, of course, said that the 2024 content is due. Whether or not they're going to charge for that, I don't know. But they said it's not going to be trickle-fed or drip-fed to us. It's going to be like Big Bang releases as early access progresses. Oh, got away with that one, didn't I? Lots of aggressive driving. Lots of spinning.
Lap 2:29.96.
Very slow lap too. How does track limits work? Let's find out. So they evaluate it. Nothing. Okay. No, I think if they can work out the online. Not that I've seen the online yet. I assume the online works very similar to R-Factor 2's system, since they're both called Race Control, which is a pretty good system. I think if they can convince people to play it, they could be onto something here. feedback is pretty good through the wheel. I can feel what the car's doing. It doesn't quite match that Assetto Corsa Gold standard, but definitely beats out the likes of iRacing for me. Struggling to get these tyres warm.
That time was a 2:24.44.
Having a blast right now, though. I'm quiet because I'm just having so much fun. I am enjoying this. Minutes to go. I may quit out of this race and try the LMP2. That's what I'm most interested in right now. Let's do it. How do you quit? Do I need to be stopped to quit? How do I quit out of the race? Pressing escape. Things happening. There we go. Not sure what was going on there. Quit to main menu. I've just realised I'm now in LMP2 and I've started myself dead last, so that's also going to be good. This is where qualifying is important, but I'll probably do a full race weekend when I've got a bit more time. Nope, they're still all mixed around anyway. I've just started dead last, so last the first challenge, right? Let's see how I can do it. In terms of setup, this is what we have. We have tyre management, which probably isn't going to be that important for an 18-minute race. Many people on softs. I'm on wet tyres. Why am I on wet tyres? Even though... According to the standings, I am on wet tyres. But according to my setup, I am on mediums. So which is it? Which is it, game? I'm no good at setups, by the way. I'm just clicking through so you can see what it has to offer. This all looks about correct to me from my experience of doing setups. I do not want to exit the current session. We're here in the Alpine Elf team. I'm really worried that I'm on wet tyres and I'm just going to be slip sliding all over the place. Well, we'll find out, won't we? Right, let's do a full race if I can get away with it. Interior of the cockpit's very well detailed, isn't it? Move myself back over here. I don't know if you can edit the interface or whatnot. By the way, I'm terrible in prototype cars. Prototype cars like LMPs and LMDHs are one of those things that I've always wanted to be good in, but I haven't really got around to practicing it just yet. I know they behave more like open wheel cars than they do sports cars, GT cars. very intrigued to see what this is going to be like online. Once the servers are back up, I'll probably play some online and we can get our impressions of that too. Yeah, my first impressions of this so far, it's pretty good. It's definitely something I want to spend more time with. I was never that keen on R-Factor 2, personally, myself. It seems like it's a marked improvement on it so far. I mean, it's early days yet, we'll see, but... I'm not regretting my purchase immediately, anyway. I mean, I've been playing it for 28 minutes, so... pinch of salt with what I'm saying, obviously. But I know all of the tracks are laser scanned. I think they're modern laser scans too, so they're pretty accurate. The cars look good, they feel good, they sound good. I couldn't really speak how realistic they are. I've never driven an LMP2 car in real life before. But I'm liking it. So, we've got a whole field to get past. I think the AI difficulty is set quite low, so... just have to be patient. We've got 18 minutes of race to go, so... I can't see to the left or the right. I do have a mirror now. At least. Quiet anticipation before the race begins.
Green, green, let's go.
AI could not work out the chicane. That is a shame. That needs work. Nice and patient for that one. Yeah, I'm not too keen on the AI right now. It's not a good showing, is it? Important to get the AI right, I think. Even if your ambitions are primarily online, I think the AI does kind of make or break a lot of these games because, let's face it, you're not going to compete with iRacing. I'm sure someday something's going to come along to topple iRacing off its throne, but I feel like the longevity of a lot of these games will be based in having very, very good AI. Just look at Automobilista 2.
That time was a 2:15.09.
That was probably my fault. I can't see left and right, that's my main problem right now. I need some buttons really to look, or a spotter or something. What would be really handy is if this game had a radar. Like Helicorsa and what AMS2 and ACC both have. hard lock up there. Cook the tyres. Bounced off him. Yeah, the AI don't have much accident avoidance skills, do they? The AI definitely needs work. Although I was right on the apex there, so... Alright, let's try this again. To give the AI a bit more room. I've got no hope of catching up now, have I? I didn't feel the car slipping then under the force feedback, which is a shame. I didn't really feel the slip there, but never mind. So a poor showing from me, but... I think the game's kind of speaking for itself right now about what it is. points of warnings. Okay. Good to know. Right, let's actually focus now and try and not be shit. Try and catch back up with the LMP2s, though that does seem quite unlikely now. Yeah, 27 seconds ahead. It's looking unlikely, isn't it? Looking pretty unlikely. I feel like I'm getting the hang of it now, though. So weird sometimes, the car. Sometimes it feels like it's planted, other times it feels like it's really loose. I don't know if that's just a characteristic of this car or if that's the physics. It seems to be a time where the grip just kind of switches off. And I'm nowhere near the limit. think as I get the hang of this game more, I think I'm going to enjoy it. I'm excited to see what the roadmap looks like for them. It's a stressful day for them today in their offices, trying to get everything working and correct. Launch days are never a fun time to be at work. Especially with launching with an online component active from day one too. Hats off to them for trying that. That's never easy to get right. Keep in the back of your mind that all server issues that they're having right now are temporary. They will all go away.
That time was a 1:47.
For an early access release, this is a lot of the way there already. In terms of like a foundation to build upon. I just hope that they keep working as hard as they have been on it. Really build it into something cool. I'm curious what their goal is, whether or not their goal is going to be a really robust multiplayer experience like iRacing, or they're going to go more for single player content. Me personally, I'd love to see something with this fidelity, not just graphical fidelity, like the fidelity of the physics as well. I'd like to see something like this go toe to toe with the F1 games from Codemasters, with that kind of single player experience. Their kind, the Codemasters game design. I think you'd really be onto something if you tried that. I think there's definitely a market there for something like that. Sim racing right now is still chasing the esports crowd, isn't it? So I think that all largely depends on which direction they want to go in. That's not to say you can't do both. I mean, F1's managed to do both. Second half to the race, but I think I've got a better feel for it now. Nice. Let's do one more then. Got time for just one more. And then we'll try the online at some point, I'm sure. Probably tomorrow, maybe tomorrow evening we can try the online out, see how that goes. Let's try out the hypercar, shall we? So we've got the Cadillac LMDH, the Ferrari 499P, the Glickenhaus SGC 007, the Peugeot 9X8, the Porsche 963, the Toyota GR10, and the Vanwall 680. I'm not really sure which one to pick. Should we do the Cadillac? I'm not too familiar with the hypercars. I didn't really watch WEC last year, so I'm not familiar with how this is going to work out. Toyota looks pretty cool, but let's try the Cadillac out. The classic yellow. Okay, I don't think we're going to do a full race here. Do a fast start as well, because Circuit de la Sarthe. So does this go up to the 24-hour? It does. I'm hoping this can be a bit more customizable, rather than just having like I'd love to do like 24 hours of Spa, for example. You know, I think people would want to just pick their own event races. We'll keep everything at default, but yeah, I feel like people are going to want to pick their own lengths for races, so whether or not they're going for absolute fidelity or not, I guess, to absolute fidelity to the real world. Can't pick my grid position. Interesting, interesting. Right, we're not going to do the whole 1 hour race because I don't have time. I've got like 20 minutes to go, so before I need to head off. So we'll do a couple of laps of the Circuit de la Sarthe. You have to, right? It's the official Le Mans game. How can you not do the Le Mans in your first attempt? Yeah, this is the first time I've ever driven an LMDH car. I've driven LMP2s before, which is why I know I suck with them. This would be the first time I've ever done an LMDH. I know there's a lot of mechanics, a lot of electronics that you have to deal with. Oh, I have qualifying switched on. That's why. Can I just skip qualifying? That's why it wasn't letting me select the grid position. I have qualifying switched on. Let's just skip that. Well, I guess we're starting from the back. Or near enough. Okay, so having qualifying switched on makes the order really laggy all of a sudden. Struggling with something in the background. So having the qualifying switched on has made the ordering a bit more sensible. The game is not very happy right now. Frame rate issues on Circuit de la Sarthe. Hopefully it'll sort itself out. Feels really muddy as well under these frame rate issues. Really lethargic steering. Right, let's see if we can't drop the graphics settings down. Let's just rule out that this is my machine, first of all. I'm going to drop everything to low. It's really struggling. Do I need to quit out to do that? Shame. Yeah, the game is really struggling right now. Can't rule out that this is my machine, though. So as soon as we quit back out, it seems fine. Just to make sure, because my machine is not the strongest. Just gonna set everything to low for now. Not very, try low more than very low. But again, I'll figure all this out, like optimized settings and whatnot at some point. So yeah, interestingly, when you just go straight to interesting, when you qualify, when you have a qualifier, it puts all of your classes in the right order. I wish it would do that even if you have qualifying switched off. So if you are watching this video, Studio 397, that's probably something I'd like to implement if I was there. If you skip qualifying, still put people in the correct class order, because as you saw at the beginning of Spa, it was a bit chaotic, wasn't it? Right, shall we try again? That's a little better. Can't see shit. Very low down. No idea what to expect from an LMDH car. Other than my hand taking up all my view.
Green flag, let's go.
Take it nice and easy while I'm learning. This is what we really wanted, right? The Mulsanne Straight. Where's my braking marker? I don't even know. That car is really struggling to exist right now. Oh, the lockup! The lockup! Careful of the lockup. That was probably me. Let's just let him push me back onto the track. Sorry, that was probably my fault. Sorry. Got Dave Cam ahead of us. Oh dear, I'm not a fan of this car. I am not used to this car at all. This was a terrible idea. This was a terrible idea for a race. Car I have no idea how to control on a track I'm not familiar with in a game whose physics I don't yet understand. On his car are insane. Yeah, definitely need more practice with this car for sure. I should have gone with the GTE really. Slowly does it. These kinds of cars are like a whole other world than what I'm used to, that I haven't even begun to scratch the surface on yet. Especially when that happens. Well, that's one lap of Circuit de la Sarthe. Let's not belabor this anymore. This is just embarrassing. I can't believe I'm about to put this video on the internet. I think we should leave it there. So, first impression so far. I like it. It's rough around the edges, sure, but I mean it's early access. What do you expect? A few performance problems here and there, but I mean it's mostly solid. From what I've seen so far. Is the online working at all? Got a GTE fixed in 21 minutes at Fuji Speedway. Fuji Speedway, of course, being the worst track ever invented by mankind. Look at that shit. What is all that? That's could be like the worst section of any racetrack ever. What is wrong with the Japanese? So it looks like the servers are online now, so that didn't take long before. That didn't take long for them to sort that out, to be honest. So, I mean, some people are already in silver already, so they've been going for at least an hour and a half, I'd say. When I joined the game, it said they weren't active, but shows what I know. Don't listen to me. I'm terrible at this. I mean, is it worth £25? It's kind of up to you, really. It's a simulator. It's a racing simulator. It doesn't feel any better or worse than rFactor 2 to me. If you're into the World Endurance Championship, then I'd say it's probably worth grabbing now while it's cheap. I mean, at the end of the day, it's only going to get better from here out. So if this kind of content, this base content is something that you are interested in, if you like the tracks, if you like the cars, if you like rFactor 2, I'd say go for it. Looking over on Steam right now, there's a lot of negative reviews saying that the game just flat out doesn't work, but case in point, I've just been playing the game for an hour and a half, so I mean, your mileage may vary with that. But as I said, it's think of it like rFactor 2.5, I'd say, in terms of how it feels to play, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, if they can just have rFactor but more stable, they're already 75% of the way there, right? If they can make a decent online ranking system and they can make it work and make it stick, I think they may be onto something here. But, I mean, this isn't the last you're going to see of this on the channel. I think what I want to do is I need to figure out the tweaks and whatnot. I got to get the force feedback feeling correct for me so I don't slide all over the place. I couldn't, for example, on that hypercar then, I couldn't feel the lockup at all. It just came out of nowhere. So there's probably some tweaking that I still need to do. I need to get my triple monitors working. And then I think I'm going to do a full race weekend. Probably. I do like Sebring. I'm terrible at Sebring. I don't really know the layout. So I'm thinking we'll just do... We'll gradually work our way through these. We'll do a full weekend of each. Probably starting with the GTEs and work our way up. I do also want to try out this online at some point when I have a bit more time. GTE hypercar and then a full grid once you get to gold. Get the full grid. That'll be interesting. So I don't really know how this works. If this is anything like how R-Factor 2 works, then this will just rotate between all three classes, I imagine. 16-minute races are not bad for online. Not bad. Realistic wear. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Well, here's the schedule. So it goes between GT and Prototype, I guess. The races are every 30 minutes. Not bad. Yeah, I feel like they're onto something here. Maybe I'll eat those words, but we shall see, won't we? As I said, it's only going to get better from this time. From this point forward, it's only going to get better, right? So I will stop rambling and I'll leave you alone. Okay. Ta-ra for now.